name Julian Glover does not ring a bell.
No.
Now, like
Danny
I said,
Glover, Donald Glover.
yes, he's not related to Danny Glover, who's too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit.
Or
I have a funny story about Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. You talking about Dong Glover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've told me the story before.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But
Spoiler alert.
it's not related to Donald or Danny Glover. But nerdy people might already know who he is. Now, again, I'm probably going to murder this name because it's Greek. It's from the movie Troy, but he was in the movie Troy. He played Triopus, or Triopus, probably Triopus. Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade. He played Walter Donovan, who was the...
I still don't know.
No. No, he was like one of the main villains, if not the main villain in the movie. Star Wars. He was General Veers in, I believe, Empire Strikes Back. I think he was in the first one, too. I might be mistaken. Playing a different character, or maybe the same. But, yeah. And he's also on Game of Thrones.
Is he too old for this shit?
He's too old for this shit. Because he is old now, obviously,
shit.
if he was in Star Wars and
right.
Indiana Jones. But he played Grand Meister Pycelle, which I don't know if that rings a bell. You have been watching lately, so maybe. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the pictures I have ready. But, here is Julian Glover as Triopus in Troy. Probably doesn't look that familiar.
No. I think...
Here he is in Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade.
Okay.
Obviously, seeing that, you probably remember that he's the one who drinks from, spoiler alert, from the wrong chalice that he thought was the Holy Grail, and this happens to him.
Oh, snap. He looks like Christopher Lloyd.
And he like, a little bit. Sorry, Christopher Lloyd, we love you.
Marty!
Here he is in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I believe he was like a pilot, or he was in control of like an AT-AT, the big four-leg walkers. Here he is, which I think, this might be Empire Strikes Back as well, but I think
I recognize
A New Hope.
Yeah, I recognize that.
And now Game of Thrones, Grand Meister Pycelle.
It's just going to surprise the shit out of me.
Probably, because, I mean, he is kind of...
Older.
Well, he's older, and they kind of make him look different than everything I just showed you, but Grand Meister Pycelle.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's one of the main King's Landing characters.
Yeah. Wow.
So, a face you know, but a name you do not. Wow. Julian Glover. This next one I think you're really going to get a kick out of.
Okay.
Which you may have actually heard recently, but you're going to be like, from where? If that's the case. But how about the name John Carroll Lynch? You've seen him in quite a few things, especially recently.
That sounds familiar, but I can't think of who it might be.
He's been in Shutter Island. These are just a few
Loved
examples.
that movie.
He's been in fucking...
I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
This guy has been in everything of all different character variations. Now, he was in Shutter Island. He was in Zodiac. He was on the Drew Carey Show. Regular character on the Drew Carey Show. He's been on 2 seasons of American Horror Story. And he was on The Walking Dead more recently. Now, first off, I'm going to show you a picture of him from Shutter Island.
Yep. I know who that is.
Yeah, John Carroll Lynch in Shutter Island. Now, here he is in Zodiac, which I'm sure you remember. It was Jake Gyllenhaal and somebody else, I can't remember. Which is the guy they pretty much like said that they thought was the Zodiac killer.
Right.
By the end of the movie, which I think they never found out who the Zodiac killer was. So I don't think they had any hard proof. But they knew this guy was up to something or something. Now, the Drew Carey Show. He played Steve Carey.
I remember.
Drew Carey's brother.
Yeah.
Who cross-dressed.
Right.
Eventually stopped cross-dressing. He was like a drag queen or whatever. Eventually stopped being a drag queen.
Didn't he fall in love with Mimi or something?
And married Mimi.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway, now American Horror Story. He's played two characters. He was on the Freak Show season, and he was on the Hotel season, which are the two most recent ones. I don't think
Wait,
he was
he was
in
on.
any other ones.
He
He
was
might
on.
have been in like season 2, which I hadn't seen. He's on American Horror Story. He's in Freak Show.
I didn't really get into Freak Show, but Hotel we're still watching, and I'm trying to think who he was on there.
He showed up like mid-season. I didn't watch anymore after like that episode probably that you saw him in. But he was in this. He was one of the serial killers. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with Freak Show.
Okay.
Freak Show. He played Twisty the clown.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Okay.
Twisty the clown, which was probably my favorite, one of my favorite characters in that season, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
It was just the most interesting. And
Right.
then who was based on John Wayne Gacy, the real serial killer who was a clown.
Oh,
Now
I didn't know
in
that.
American Horror Story Hotel, he played just that, John Wayne Gacy. When they had the episode where all of them like convened at a table and talked to each other and shit. There you go. That's him in American Horror Story Hotel. Now, he was on Walking Dead. Like right around the same fucking time he was on American Horror Story Hotel. Could have been the same week for all I fucking know. Or all I can remember. But he played...
Does he look like himself?
Yes. He played none other than Eastman.
Oh, okay.
He was introduced and died in the same episode. He
Yeah.
trained Morgan.
Yeah, he got bit when he was trying to help
He
him.
turned Morgan into his all life matters,
Yeah.
all life is precious sort of fucking mentality. Taught him how to fight,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure he was a huge like homage to the Ninja Turtles because on his
of his bow
shirt,
staff?
at one point in the he was always talking about turtles. At some point, for some reason, I believe he talked about turtles in the episode for some reason. But he had a shirt that had something to do with turtles on it. His name is he's a goddamn bow staff expert, like martial artist.
Right.
And his name is Eastman. Eastman and Laird are the guys who created the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's just a giant fucking reference to Eastman
Teenage
and Laird and the
Mutant Ninja
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which I believe, no. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is IDW and Walking Dead is Image. So they're two separate independent comic book companies. But yeah, faces you know, names you don't, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Like the way.